Hi, my name is Rebecca Lee, and I co-wrote this book, The Mercury Detoxification Manual, with Andy Cutler, a chemist who got his PhD from Princeton, who should have got a Nobel Prize for what he figured out. I was just recording this video and got interrupted by a phone call from Walgreens telling me that the CDC recommends that I get my COVID vaccine and my flu shot. And I think that's, what can I say? So I stopped believing in the COVID narrative about a week and a half into the pandemic. I saw the statistics about how many people got killed from it and what ages they were mostly, and I just stopped worrying. I was already tuned into a whole bunch of alternative healthcare sites because of my concerns about those, quote, products that must not be named. One person I've enjoyed listening to is Catherine Austin Fitz, who runs a website called the Solari Report and who gives financial advice. Since I'm kind of marginal in the finances department, I don't have much of an opinion on what she has to say about money. But she is the only person I read who talks about what she calls the great poisoning. So back when I had a food business, I had an employee who was a refugee from Azerbaijan. Like many people out of the old Soviet Union, she knew a lot about herbal medicine. And she said, everybody here is sick. That's what she told me. That was her impression of the States from coming here and seeing things with fresh eyes. Everybody is sick. And it's gotten worse since then. The last video I did was on the spoonies, a TikTok phenomenon of young girls who post about their chronic illnesses. But just walking around town and looking at people is pretty mind-boggling. I was with my daughter yesterday and observed an obese young person of indeterminate gender dressed in the most eccentric way. My daughter remarked that that is just what young people are like these days, how they express themselves, like the hippies back when you were young, Mom. Yes, I said, but the hippies didn't have anxiety disorders. No, they did not. And they were mostly thin, too. I would even go as far as to say that the pets are all poison. A lot of them, anyway. When I was a child, we had cats and dogs that just lived their lives and died of old age. We never even took them to the vet. Now they have seizure disorders and all kinds of things. And I swear that half the dogs I meet out in the street have anxiety disorder, too. They kind of cower behind their owners. Andy missed all this latest stuff because he died in 2017. I sure wish he was around to comment. He was not a person who didn't believe in viruses, though. It was he who gave me the good advice to take the Hep C cure manufactured by one of those criminal outfits who are implicated in the current great poisoning, in this current one. There's no point in throwing the baby out with the bathwater. He did tell me that he thought that all this safe spaces stuff on the college campuses is mercury poisoning, that kind of excessive crackpot sensitivity. He also told me he thought the elephant in the room, as far as the gender dysphoria we see everywhere now, is from all the xenoestrogens in the environment. But mercury is the foundational poison in this great poisoning. It causes all kinds of symptoms, literally hundreds of them. And when you get enough in your system, it keeps you from being able to detox anything else. Andy's contribution to humanity and why I say he should have got a Nobel Prize was figuring out a chelation protocol for mercury. The world is full of all kinds of advice on how to detox this stuff. A lot of it proposed by charismatic psychopaths who don't care if you get injured. A lot of the information is marketing material rather than valid information. It is true that a lie makes it halfway around the world before the truth has even got its pants on. In this case, marketing material from charismatic psychopaths is galloping along while my little video audience is growing slowly enough. So please like and share in all those good things. About half the country would benefit from a little proper chelation, and probably a bunch of dogs would too.